Hello trainers, Ganeto here, and today we're diving into Open Great League with a Scrafty line. So Scrafty is a difficult Pokemon to build a team around it, but with Jellicent up on the lead and Red still at the back to draw out aggressively those fighters out of existence, I believe that this is a solid strategy to build an effective team around Scrafty. So let's see what we have going on here, because Jellicent is coming up pretty strong even against the Dragon types, as you can see, despite the fact that we carry no Ice Beam at all. So the second Shadow Ball will grab that second shield out of the way of Dragoners, and of course right after we'll try to snipe it down with a simple Focus Blast. To do so, we're just gonna charge up a lot of lock-on energy, and of course as soon as we get to that Focus Blast, we will throw it on the Dragoner to finish it off. Now we have two shields while they have none, and at this point I feel very comfortable with my Red Steel even up against this Carbon, because we might be low on HP, but we can still debuff this Pokemon at a point that they cannot withstand at all. Also, throwing the Carbon here makes me think that whatever lies at the back might also be weak to my Pokemon, and of course we can easily now let that second move go through. I know that Red Steel could have been my hope here, but even if they have a flyer at this point, we can simply go ahead with our Scrafty and still do some solid work with those two shield advantages that we have on our team. So at the back they have a Leaky Tank, and obviously this is gonna end like a very solid victory to start off the video with Scrafty as our closer. Into the next battle now, and we're having Venusaur up on the lead. This Pokemon is always kinda tricky for teams like mine, because we have a fighter at the back which is afraid of Venusaur, and at the same time the Frenzy Plants can one-shot down my Jellicent. So what I want to do here is to charge up as much as I can, throw first the Surf and then the Shadow Ball in a weird combination to do as much damage as possible. To do that, we need to bait of course with the Surf, which is kinda tricky, but you can effectively do that because a lot of Venusaurs are gonna expect the Shadow Ball right straight ahead. So with that in mind now, we're gonna get that knockout on our Jellicent side, but it doesn't matter, we still have our Red Seal which can come in, farm down Venusaur, draw the shield from the Swampert, and right after we are meeting up with a Sableye. Seeing that hat on Sableye makes me think that first of all it's gonna be kinda cute, but also it is not a purified one, so we can easily predict their moves here and take them to our Scrafty, and after that we will just finish them off with that foul play. See that first move that we throw before, it was a power up punch. That was mainly because I want to vamp up my attack stat, taking advantage of the no return move on that Sableye side. So with that in mind now, we can easily block whatever they throw here and still go for the big nuke and the foul play, which has already been vamped up by our attack stat. At this point though, they can still reach to the Hydro Can, but as it seems they have left this battle, and we're gonna take this victory. Against Umbreon now, we cannot catch a break with our Jellicent at all. We need to switch out into our Red Steel. To do that, we need to go aggressively to our Red Steel, draw out the fighter, and as it seems they have one, so not only we have the worst nightmare of Jellicent up on the lead, we also have a fighter at the back to counter down our Red Steel, but this is still going according to plan, because with that fighter out of the way, perhaps now our Scrafty will be on a very good spot to sweep whatever remains at the back alongside that Umbreon. So here comes now the Rock Slide on our Pokemon, which we can easily take. And right after another Rock Slide, but with a twist. We're gonna block it. Let's see if they want to take this move, and they will do exactly that. Perhaps their final Pokemon is also gonna be pretty strong against our Jellicent, but of course now we're gonna bring our Scrafty into play. So as it seems, yeah, they had a second check to our Jellicent, that's why they blocked here. They didn't block actually and let their Deoxys go down. They did not matter at all about, they don't mind at all actually about letting that Deoxys go down and lose the alignment with my Jellicent, because yeah, they still have Lantern. So this is gonna be just an early move. I was expecting a Surf, but even if that was a Thunderbolt, I was in no mood at all at blocking their move, since I have Scrafty, which is my obvious choice to sweep whatever remains at the back. Now they are gonna get to their Thunderbolt, to my surprise to be honest, but still we can easily block here whatever they throw. This is the biggest outage of energy and damage at the same time that they can throw on my Scrafty, so this is a good call, I believe, by blocking, and right after we can easily farm down with those counters. However, those last resorts are really adding up in damage. Can we do it right on time, because this is the final power punch, I believe, that I'm gonna throw, and they're already there on their last resort. This is a race to the farm down now. We can do that before they reach to that final foul play, I believe, so we're gonna take this super close victory. Against this next trainer now, we're meeting up with a Shadow Alolan Ninetales. So these Pokemon are always gonna be kinda tricky, because they're gonna block whatever you throw, and of course they will rely on that double shield flex. So yeah, here comes now the Weather Ball, and of course we need to respect the damage out of it, but to be fair, we could easily take it as well. I think we could survive it, but the following charm could have been kinda deadly to us. Anyways, we're gonna leave this battle with one shield remaining while they have two, and still we can suck all that remaining energy that they're gonna throw into our Registeel. So Zap Cannon now for big damage output on that Ninetales. Always go for the Focus Blast when they have no shield at all. I don't know why I did that, but still we can still rely on our Scrafty for the end game. Going now into Scrafty, but at the back they have a Gligar alongside that Medicham, so we definitely do not stand a chance over here. Real well played to my opponent. They had the better alignment as it seems, and we're gonna fall down to those weird backlines that we had before with Gligar and Medicham at the same line. So into the next battle now, and on the switch we're meeting up with that Drapion after they get one move from our Jellicent. So Aqua Tail here can easily be taken, one more as well, but the third one, well, it needs to be respected. However, in the process we can easily farm down right before they reach to that fourth Poison Sting for the third Aqua Tail in a row, and with that in mind now we can throw the foul play. But guess what, I forgot to throw, and instead we're gonna get down to that Weather Ball of that Pelipper. So Weather Ball number 2, I believe, here is gonna get to our Metal Trash Can, and we can easily take those moves while we still have a chance to finish off this Pokemon with a simple Zap Cannon. Here comes now the move. Are they gonna take it? No, they will rely on that Pelipper for the end game, and we can try to catch one Weather Ball on our Jellicent. This Pokemon is also debuffed, so at the back now they have the amazing Steelix. This Pokemon is kinda troublesome right now, because those Dragon Tails are gonna do so much damage to my Pokemon, and at the same time they want to protect them. So yeah, they're getting kinda greedy here, and at the same time we can easily finish off with that final serve. Steelix is going down, Pelipper returns, but at this amount of HP that they have, actually no matter how much HP they have, one simple Zap Cannon when shields are down is just gonna seal the deal, and they will back out. Another very bad lead for our Jellicent, and this is why I think that you need to respect the content that I bring to you. We're not gonna take a look at battles that always have a very good lead, that always have neutral leads. I always provide the best content with the worst possible leads, the worst switches, so that you can see how you can manipulate even those battles towards your advantage. So over here we're not having a fun time at all, and both Mandibas with that Trevenant are gonna threat my Jellicent, so we have to throw that early energy. So Mandibas now is coming up, and even though we might not look at a very good position, you still know how well you can play with this team, because there is always a chance. Even though we might not get the chance on this battle, there is always a chance. So yeah, Power Punch now is just gonna go ahead and be thrown from our side just to do some cheap damage, and at the same time we will try to farm down. But as it seems here, they're gonna get to that area Ace. One more Power Punch, so this is kinda crucial here, because we need to farm down, but unfortunately we cannot, just barely enough over there. Aerial Ace will almost take out our Pokemon. At the back they have the Carbink, and unfortunately for us we're gonna lose to the alignment, but nevertheless we still had a chance, which is kinda good for us on the long term of the battle. You need to stay till the end, you never know what you might expect from your opponents. Into the next battle now, trainers, and we're having having a Medicham up against us. At the back we're meeting up with a Lantern, and of course Registeel at this point is gonna perform really well against a Lantern, especially if we can land that debuff right up on the start of the battle. Yes, we can. I was waiting for the debuff, that's why I stopped talking. So attack fell on the Lantern, which means that whatever they throw here can easily be taken, and still we can reach to another nuke to start threading some shields out of the way. So here comes another debuff on that poor Lantern, and of course now we can easily farm down with our Scrafty. So whatever they throw at this point, we can take it. They have already been debuffed on the attack stat twice already, so we're looking pretty safe by completely farm down and of course not spending a shield in the process. So they have the Shadow Luna Sandslash at the back with Powder Snow, which is pretty scary for a lot of teams, but not for my Jellicent. This is kinda a very good scenario for me right now, and knowing that at the back they have a Medicham which is waiting to be unleashed, we're just gonna go ahead and try to nuke them down with a simple Shadow Ball. Look at that, able to get there fairly fast, almost to a second one. We have 100 energy to spare, one for that Medicham, one for the Sandslash, and of course they will back out because they have nothing else to throw at my Jellicent. So that is gonna be all for today, trainers. Thank you for watching and for staying till the end. Just be sure to leave a huge like before you go, or even become a subscriber if you are already not one. I don't know what you are waiting for. Over here I have 2 videos for you to check out. Feel free to check them out, and I will see you all into our next upload.